Right, third time's a charm. Third time I've had to start this video because my mobile phone keeps on telling me I don't have enough storage left. I'm about to pull my hair out. Hello Flosstube, I hope all's well. My name is Kirsty, Crafting Kirsty here on YouTube and also on Instagram. It is still Thursday, the 1st of February 2024. I hope you're well, I hope you all had a good January and I hope you've got some interesting things planned for February. I can't remember, it's only been about three and a half weeks I think since I last recorded. So this will, when I eventually get it finished and uploaded, be a brief video. But I just wanted to bring you up to date with what I've been doing and get myself back into the habit of recording at the beginning of the month because it just works better for me. Since I have seen you, we've had my father-in-law's 80th. So that has involved a very nice meal in Biggleswade at the Saddle and Spoke. So if you're driving up and down the A1 thinking, I wonder if there's anywhere nice to eat, Saddle and Spoke is very, very nice. So I would highly recommend that. He then had a big family and friends party at a local restaurant, sort of hired out the room. There's about 40 of us. We had a 3-course meal. That was lovely. John and I have been skiing for a week. We went to Andorra. We went with Nielsen's, well, just Nielsen's. They sort of organised a package holiday. I think they also do summer holidays, you know, sort of water sports and things like that, beach holidays. That was really, really good. I have to say, I've only used them once. We would highly recommend them. You know, very efficient, very good. Yeah, everything was great. We had a really good week skiing. It did get quite warm. So towards the end of the week, by sort of, you know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there were slushy areas, but there was still lots of skiing left available on the mountain. And I really enjoyed it because you could go all the way to the top of the mountain and there were at least 4, if not 5 blue runs that took you all the way back down. So you actually had a really decent length of skiing. So yeah, so that was really good fun. We've come back to normality. I've been doing some gardening, catching up with stuff that I need to do. I also went to the Essex Needles Retreat, Stitch Day, organised by Lane, Ellie Stitcher and Tree's Little Stitcher. So that was really good fun. We were only there for the day. And I enabled somebody and somebody enabled me. So there's a little bit of haul. And this February, we're away for a weekend in Derbyshire, so looking forward to that, again as part of my father-in-law's 80th birthday. And I'm going down to Tunbridge Wells for a stitch day that's being organised by Megan of Coffeecraft Fabrics. And Muttley, oh good Lord, I've now got a barking dog. We'll see, I might have to shut the door. I'm not starting again. So yeah, so I'm going down there for a stitch and John will go and do some walking. So that works in well. I'm just rushing. I've emptied a whole load of things, I've offloaded a whole load of things, and I'm now just going to gabble at full speed because if it cuts me off one more time, I am going to go insane. So what have I been working on? I haven't done it. I've only been working on 2 cross stitch pieces. So I'm just going to shut the door. I've got John's aunt's 2 big golden retrievers staying here for the week while she's away. And they're lovely, but they just bark for no reason. It's a bit stupid. Somebody started barking, so they have to carry on. It actually turns out there's a massive lorry with what looks like a digger reversing for some reason, very slowly. We live on a single track road down our road. So that's what they're all barking about. Anyway, I hope it's not too noisy. So what have I been working on? I've worked on 2 pieces. I bought myself at the retreat from Lindsay, who is Blushing Pink Stitches. She had a floor stand that she no longer wanted, and sort of put a message on Facebook, anyone interested, and I said yes I would be, and I bought it and I'm so pleased with it. It's working out exactly as I hoped it would. So I bought it mainly, although I think possibly I will always have a piece on this frame and use it, but I mainly bought it for this piece which is on this frame. So this is the easy frame. I spoke about it a while ago. And this fabric is just too thick for me, or too stiff for me to stitch in hand. So I've put it on this frame, and then I've worked out that you need to be a contortionist to be able to sit on the sofa and stitch two-handed, you know, all the rest of it. So this now sits on my frame in front of the dining room window, so I've got a nice lot of light. And all I've done is sort of 2 threads a day, as and when I've had a cup of coffee. So this is Elizabeth Beaven, 1835, from Hands Across the Sea. I started this last July. I didn't get very far, just because I had lots of other things to do. And but I have picked it up since now I've got this frame. And I think I probably was about sort of here-ish. And just by doing 2 threads a day, I've now worked my way across there. So this is all called for DMC, 36 count permin of in some colourway, I can't remember what. And yeah, you know, I really enjoy it, and I love being able to use that frame. So, and it's amazing how you're little and often you just keep nibbling away, you do make good progress. And then the other piece I've worked on for the last few weeks has been my long dog sampler quilts. So this was the piece when I did my whip parade. This was the piece that I realised was closest to a finish. So I decided to sort of make it a bit of a priority. I'm getting to the point where I'm about to go and shout at the dogs like a fishmonger's wife. And this is now where I am at. So when you last saw this, I was in this block, and I think I just had sort of a little bit along the bottom and bits of that house to fill in and do. So I finished that block. I've done this border, and I'm now 2/3 of the way through this block. So let me just show you it again, all in total like that. Again, called for DMCs. Absolutely love the colours in this piece. Just love them. So that is all going well. So it looks, hoping, so I'm there. So I've only got that left to do. So there's a lot in that. But my general plan, I've formulated my general plan for my rotation. And whilst February is going to be slightly different, I am going to work on that for a week each month until it's finished. So I'm hoping 2, maybe 3 months, more likely 3. That could well be a finish. So those are the only 2 pieces that I've worked on. As I said, I'm going to continue on with quilts. I'm going to continue on putting in just 2 threads a day on my Elizabeth Beaven. I am going to pull out Antrim's Folly, Burlington County inspiration from Heartsease Exemplar Works. Spend a week on this. I am going to pull out the Huntsman from the I haven't bothered to get these pieces out because I've literally just done a whip parade where I showed them all. I'm going to pull out the Huntsman from the Scarlet Letter and spend a week on this. And then I should have a 4th week, I think, and I will pull out whatever is calling to me. At the moment, nothing in particular is, which is why I haven't got it out, so I will just wait and see. So that will be a surprise for next time. I forgot to mention my long dog sampler, is just being done on 27 count Linda Antique White. Right. Haul. So as I said, I went to the Essex Needles Retreat Stitch Day, sitting next to Janet, who is having a significant birthday next year. And she has a plan. She's got a number of samplers she wants to start, and they're all quite large. We're discussing the ones that she was planning on starting. I have one of them. Is it the Snooty Parrot by Barbara Anna? Or no, it's Portuguese Bird Sampler by Barbara Anna. So I've said that I will start that one with her. And then she showed me Virginia, a Cumberland County inspiration by Heartsease Exemplar Works. So of course I was like, yep, gotta have it because it will just look fantastic on the wall with that one in 25 years when it's eventually finished. But I really like this piece. I like all the different trees. I like the beehive. I haven't stitched a beehive yet. And if you look very closely, sheep. So I think Elaine might already have this on her wish list, but Stitchy Sally, look, there's sheep. You might have to stitch it, Sally. So that will be started at some point next year. I don't know quite what order Janet wants to start things in. So when I get told, I will do. Because I'm a good girl like that. So having been enabled to purchase that, I then returned the favour, and I had been watching Reese, and I can't remember her YouTube name. I don't know if it's Stitching with Reese or just Reese Stitches, but it's Reeecie, and if you put that into YouTube, her channel will come up. I'd actually unsubscribed from her because she hadn't posted a video in probably about 18 months, and I just thought she wasn't doing it anymore. And then her video came up in my suggestions box, so I watched it because I used to really enjoy her videos. And she'd finished a good few things, and she was sharing a lot of her whips and whatnot. And the whip that really caught my eye is by Manny Dodonna, and it's the Eunice Tankerel sampler. And it is that. And on that, it looks, you know, it doesn't inspire you. But if you go to her channel and have a look, the colours in this border, and they're only browns and silvers and greys, but oh God, they're just gorgeous. They're really, really nice. And so I know Janet's ordered it, and I think Elaine has it on her wish list, and I think we were discussing starting it next year, possibly for a New Year's Day start. But you know, no firm plans have been made, so that's fine. So those are my 2 bits of haul. And that's the end of the cross stitch. I've shown you what I've worked on. I have discussed my plans. Oh, only slightly discussed my plans. So February, I've decided I'm going to do, is it fully finish it or finish it up February? I can't remember. It was Barb of Lost in Floss, I think, who first sort of came up with the idea. I don't know quite what the handle is, but I am going to spend this month fully finishing as many of my projects as I can, which includes quilts as well as cross stitching. So therefore, of all the projects I've shown you, the 4 projects which are going to be worked on for a week, they will have 1 hour at least, possibly more, but the majority of my crafting time will be spent finishing things up. She says, you wait, I'll come limping in next March. Got 1 bit done. But no, hopefully I'll get more than that done. I've got 2 quilts that need quilting, or sandwiching and quilting. 1 quilt that needs fully piecing, and then sandwiching and quilting. And I just want to get things cleared off a bit, really. That is now the end of my cross stitch section. So we will go on, there's been no quilting. We'll go on to crochet and my ugly blanket, which is growing. I think it's doubled since you last saw it. So that is the marker. So I think I have literally doubled. So this is a fantastic car project. So whenever we go off driving, traveling anywhere, I take this in the car. Really, really easy to do. Don't need a pattern, obviously. And quite often just grab 2 or 3 balls of wool to take with me rather than taking the entire bag. So yeah, so my ugly blanket that everyone says is not ugly, so thank you very much. I'm going to try and make it as ugly as I can. But yeah, the only thing I do tend to do, although I think having said that I might have somewhere, I do just tend to, if I pull it out and it's a similar colour to, you know, if it's another blue or another red, I've just finished red, then I will put it back in and pull another one out. So I'm just trying not to put 2 blues together, even if they've got a big sort of difference in shade or tone. So that's a good one. Again, there's no time limit on that, or no time sort of constraint on that. It would just be done when it's done. Keep plugging away at it, and as I said, it's really good if we're off travelling in the car. It's a good project to take. So then we move on to my knitting, and I haven't bought the wrapper. This is Wool with Wendy, Wool by Wendy, I can't remember which, 100% acrylic, and I'm using this to knit my first sweater or jumper, and I am following a video tutorial and a free Ravelry pattern by Handmade by Florence, a young lady that has YouTube videos. And she's just done a very simple sweater pattern. As I said, it's free on Ravelry, and she's done a YouTube tutorial to go with it, which I found so helpful and so easy, it's just great. So, which is the front and which is the back, because I did do German short rows. I have finished the body. It's a little bit short. I don't know if it's the body's too short or my belly's a little bit too big, but it stops probably about an inch higher than I would like it to, but it's really not the end of the world. And I have picked up and done my first sleeve. And the sleeve fits fantastically and is the right length. I did try it on at this point to make sure I had the right length sleeve. The only issue I came across with this is on the sleeves, as you decrease, you're using circular needles, and my cord was the length asked for, but she did say you might find it's a bit too long. And certainly by the time, I didn't so much on the knitting, but by the time I got to the ribbing, I was aware that it was being stretched. You can see it's far more stretched out there. And I was thinking, oh, that's not looking very good. So I put it onto a shorter cable and did magic loop, which you can see literally starts there. And obviously it just looks that bit tighter and better. So I will just do that when I start the next sleeve. I'll just make sure that I do that straight away. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to when that's finished, which hopefully will be within the next couple of days, and I can start using it. And then, because we have been travelling, I think John might be coming home, which is why they're now all over, so he'll be coming back for lunch. Because we were travelling, started a sock. So I'm using Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady, vanilla pattern, magic loop, and I'm using Norse 4-ply from King Cole. And I cast on the dye before we went, and that was it. And I've done the leg, the heel, and I'm, sort of now working my way along the foot. Don't really understand what the pattern is. If anyone can, sometimes you know how you just can't see. Oh my God. 2 seconds, please. Back again, sorry, for some reason I locked the front door. Right, so I was saying, I struggle to see what the pattern is or to realise what the significance is. It's called Norse from King Cole, or maybe it's just a pattern. But if anybody can tell me different, then please do. Oh no, I got a haul in Andorra. We went to the main city. They have a thermal spa there, so I booked us on for an afternoon at thermal spa in Andorra la Vella. And surprise, surprise, I googled if there was any yarn shops nearby, and there was. So I went to Lola Botana. Got a nice bag with it. They actually had fabric there as well, which I hadn't realised. So sadly, well, not sadly, but I said to the lady, I said, oh, do you have any local Andorran, I assume that's what you say, Andorran wool? I said, no, we don't, no. And so they stocked Rowan, so English wool, and DMC, so French wool. So I thought, well, I'll buy some English wool then. I'll fly all the way over here and buy some English wool. But they do always seem to have far more colours than I can find here in the shops that I tend to go to. So I picked out 4 hanks of Rowan Moordale, which is made with British wool and British alpaca. They're 100 grams and, yes, 70% wool, 30% alpaca. I can't see a colourway as I'm looking at it. No, but it's this lovely blue. So I have bought 4 of these. And I think I found a pattern on Ravelry I'd like to make, which is basically a sleeveless sort of polar neck. So it's like a tank top, but with a polar neck on it. I think I should have enough there to do that. Or if not, I'll just make myself a sort of, another sleeveless vest. So then hopefully, if we go skiing next year, I can wear this to keep me warm on the slopes. So yeah, it's a lovely, lovely colour. But I did just sort of all the way here to buy some English wool. But there we go. You have to buy something, don't you? And I think that's it. I'm going to quit whilst I'm ahead. John is home and wants his lunch. I haven't had anything telling me yet that I haven't got enough storage. It was very garbled. I'm so sorry it was so garbled and so fast. It's my third time of doing it and I don't have the best patience to begin with anyway. I will see you at the beginning of March. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great February. Take care.